Hi, my name is Andrea Mitchell. I am going to tell you my story about an industry that has always been really intriguing to me and interesting, but I wasn't ever quite sure how it worked well. This story started 17 years ago. I have now been married for almost 16 years. We have a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and an almost 10-year-old. And I am thrilled to tell you just kind of where we got to where we are right now. This is my story. It may not be your story. The story might not even be for you, but I want to share something with you in the hopes that it changes maybe just your mindset on something, maybe just your thought process. Maybe it just tweaks something that you hear or your belief in somebody else. So, 17 years ago, I was working in a retail store. I loved retail. I worked it off and on for like 7.5 years. In my 20s, it was my first job. It's what I went to college to learn to just love and understand better. I wanted to understand stores better, and I wanted to understand people better, and I loved all aspects of customer service and retail. I would still work it today at 42 years old if you asked me to, because I just enjoyed it. But I did not enjoy the schedule of it and the demands of it. You had to be here on someone else's schedule. There were all these things you couldn't, for sure in my mid 20s, I couldn't, everyone was going to dinner on a Friday night and I had to close the store, or everyone was going here this weekend and there's no way you can get weekends off all the time. And everyone else had a different schedule than I did. And although sometimes I loved that, like I'd have a random Tuesday off, didn't really help if there wasn't anyone to hang out with. So looking back on it, I can see how it wasn't the perfect job for me, but I loved what I did. One day, as I was working at a Ralph Lauren store here in Dallas, this man and this woman came in and talked to me, and they taught me about an industry where I could make my own schedule, where I could share products with people still. I could really do it on my time, and I had the access to make as much money as I wanted to do with the efforts I wanted to put in. I thought that made sense. So they asked if I wanted to go to a meeting, and I said sure. And at that meeting, I met a very dear friend. But I also heard about an industry that I really didn't know existed before. I mean, I lived in Dallas. I knew network marketing and direct sales and all of these things existed, but I didn't really understand them. And for the most part, I thought they were for older women, women that were at home with their kids, like I am now. But even in the neighborhood that I live in now, I remember going to a party of a friend's mom. And so that's what I had an idea of. And so they told me at this meeting about time freedom and scheduling freedom, and that you may have to work hard, but you can leverage your time by finding people like-minded that want to do this with you. And I thought, this is amazing. Like, the industry in and of itself is genius. And you tell stories, your story or somebody else's story that you know, and you get to encourage someone else to find the same belief in a product that you found belief in. So the thing was, I didn't really believe in this product. I just didn't see how I could sell it. And I think I, maybe talked to a few people about it, but either it was my timing or the product itself or how it was being shared at the time. It just didn't work for me. But I did not believe in the industry. I just didn't think I was right for this company. Then I got married and I wanted to stay home. Our goal was for me to stay home. And very quickly, I found another network marketing company. This one aligned a little bit more with me. It's a little more fun, and someone, my age was sharing it with me. And it just kind of clicked. Like, this sounds like fun. I'll do this. And it was fun. Now, here's the problem. This is a company where at the time it was a buy more to make more. So if you aren't selling enough, or enough people aren't joining you, it's because you don't have enough stuff on hand to pass out. You're not doing enough parties and home. you're not doing enough. And the stress of all that was really, really hard for me. And I kept buying more product on a credit card my husband did not know about, to try to make this business work. And eventually, not only did the business not work for me, but I had to humbly go to my husband and tell him about a credit card that we had that he didn't even know about. And it was heart-wrenching. At that point, he said, I know you love this, but this isn't for you. You're not good at it. Not to be mean, but just to say, honey, this is hard, and it just isn't working for you in your character and your abilities. And buy from all of your friends that sell. Any friend that sells anything, buy from them, support them, love them well, but don't sign up anymore. Okay, I said, because it was easy to be submissive to somebody who really wanted what was best for us and our family. Then, I would say 7 years later, I saw Plexus. And at first, okay, it's something. And at this point, I had bought jewelry from friends and kitchen stuff from friends and bags from friends. And golly, I could probably walk around my house and find all the things I have bought from friends, either because they have boutiques or network marketing companies or whatever. I just really, really enjoy supporting friends. And so one day I saw my friend posting about Plexus, and I thought, tell me more. And she did. And I really learned the plant-based part of the products, the health benefit part of the products. And I said, I'll sign up as a customer, not even as a wholesale customer, as a plain old pay more customer, because I can't sign up even for the ambassadorship, because it's a deal that Joe and I made. And she respected that, and I fell in love with the products. And then we started putting Ella on the products. And if you know our story at all, it game changed our world for Ella. And if you don't know our story, short version, she has cerebral palsy. She has major medical issues, and the probiotic, the BioCleanse, the multivitamin worked like a charm. And between her game-changing gut health and my natural energy and blood work getting so much better, I went to my husband and I said, how about if I say this? What if I say there are no parties? Because none of my friends in Plexus were doing parties. What if I say there's no inventory? Because my friend that signed me up only had in her house what they used, and she bought new stuff every month and there wasn't a big quota. What if it's only $35 and we make that up just in the cost difference? What's the requirement? He said, $100 a month. I have to buy $100 a month, which we're already doing because we already love these products and we already know we need them. So he reluctantly, in the kitchen of our old house, said, okay, there goes $35 down the drain to a business that you are not to have parties or to buy inventory. Like, everything you have is stuff we are using at the moment. Yes, sir. And we did. I signed up. And that first month of sharing our story and the stories of other people on social media, which was a huge medium for me. I had already had a blog all during Ella's life coming in, and then the cerebral palsy and all the things that went along with her handicap and disability. I had loved Facebook. I had spent years at this point, like, just pouring out my life to so many people. It was easy and therapeutic and wonderful, and that's how it worked for me. So in my first month, I made $1,200. By my 7th month in the company, I was making $12,000 a month. And that's not to brag. That's to say I found some other friends who saw the exact same value in the products and in the business model that I had, and they wanted a part of that. I don't feel like I'm a salesperson. I feel like I am a sharer. I share my life. I share things I love. And I shared a product, this probiotic, that changed our life. And people wanted to have life-changing gut health and life-changing weight loss and honestly life-changing income. I put each one of those paychecks, half of each one of those paychecks in an account because we thought if this is just a couple of $1,000 every month into this account, that's great. And this will help us, someday, 10 years down the road, build a house that's fully handicap accessible for Ella. And right now, I sit in that house because just a couple of years in, we could tear down an old house in a neighborhood that I loved, the neighborhood where I went to high school, and fully build a house, ramped on all sides, and elevators so she can get upstairs and play with her brothers. She's sitting in our dining room table right now with a therapist because she can use her walker to get from her room all the way across the first floor because of a belief in a product and in an industry. Now, does it work for everybody? No, it's not gonna. Nothing is gonna work for everybody. I think our products work for most people, but I don't know if the business works for everybody. That's mainly because everybody doesn't want to work the business. Everyone doesn't want to share. Everyone doesn't want to tell other people. And I think not everybody has a network to work from, but I think everyone could. We have over 40 women on our team from different states, from totally different backgrounds, polar opposites of me, very similar to me in one way, and polar opposite to me in others, that are at the same level that I am. They are making over 6 figures. A lot of them are supporting their families. About 3 years into this journey, my husband, with a very secure job, the very first job he'd had since of college, a job he'd had for 16 years at the time, the company completely turned upside down and on its head. And the job that I always told everyone very pridefully was very secure was lost. Not of any fault of his, but only because of an industry change. And we were in the middle of building this house. It was still wood, and I think it had maybe some siding, maybe some internal walls. And when he lost his job, the fear was, can my job carry this house? And we're 3.5 years since that job loss, and it hasn't affected anything. It's hard, and it's even harder right now. These are hard times. People are losing jobs left and right. But we have an industry that you can excel in. Our company is in full momentum in the middle of a pandemic because people need to feel better. They need health. They also want an additional income stream. And I would say most of the people on my team, there's thousands, but most of them that share, that work the business and with some effort and want to tell other people, make back the cost of their products. Some of them make double that. A lot of them make $1,000 a month, which covers, lessons for somebody, or a mortgage payment, or a car payment. And I think that's pretty incredible. It's fun to watch people win. And it's fun to watch people believe in themselves. It's fun to watch other people believe in them too. So if you are a part of network marketing, I applaud you. And if you are someone that is skeptical about network marketing, they're real people with real stories and real lives and a real industry. It's a real business model. Our CEO and founder, Tarl, was raised by a mom who excelled in network marketing. And when he went to college, he knew he was going to be a part of this industry, not because it was a fallback or because it was for stay-at-home moms or because it is greedy or any of those things, but because he saw the value of it. And he has said many, many times over that he wants to do it the way it could be done and should be done, but rarely ever is. So I don't know if you're looking for a network marketing company, maybe a different one, but I want you to know that what we do here really is about changing lives. It's not silly or, cliche. It's just a business model. And now, in my running gear and bare feet. I get to walk in and be a part of my daughter's therapy, but then I get to come into my office or sit on my bed or my backyard or go on a walk and talk to women who want to be a part of this too, who want to grow something for their families from their living rooms and backyards and on their family trips. And they want to be able to work it wherever they are, but work it, and it works. Hope you have a great day.